I'm tired of the other women. I'm tired of him using me. For 2 months, I didn't even hear from you. Where were you?
I'm overwhelmed, man. I love you.
Fooled me once, shame on you. Fooled me twice, shame on me. He fooled you about 50 times.
We are a financial disaster because of him.
Divorce doesn't exist where I'm from.
Neither one of you is wrong for having your opinions, but it just makes you wrong for each other. There's been a huge breach of trust, according to you.
She was on the fast with the pastor. She sending pictures with a smoothie of straw in her mouth and a Sasha McMuffin. Can I eat this, pastor? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hold on, why you gotta send pictures with it?
Here is today's case.
She's a singer with dreams of making it big, getting married, and having a family with her fiancé. But those dreams have been halted by lies and infidelity. Will he regain her trust, or is this fairy tale over? That's today's case on Divorce Court.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, our virtual audience is filled with your superfans. Today's superfan of the day is Katrina from Dallas, Texas.
We are so happy to have you with us, Katrina. Welcome to Divorce Court.
Your Honor, this is the case of Riddle versus White.
Thank you, Juan. Miss Leticia Riddle,
Yes, Your Honor.
you have brought your fiancé, Mr. Jay White,
Yes, Your Honor.
to divorce court today. I understand the two of you are currently engaged, but you've been having a number of problems with your relationship. You're trying to figure out if you should take the next step to marriage or go your separate ways, so you won't end up back here later.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll start with you, Miss Riddle. Why don't you give me some background, tell me how the two of you met and why you've ended up in divorce court.
Yes, Your Honor. We met about 3 years ago. He actually put on a benefit concert in the area that I was in, and I was a part of the show. I sing for a living. And we were actually with other people at the time, but it was an instant attraction. So from there, we went, it was probably it was just a couple of months later, we were on stage and I had called him to plug in some of my equipment, and we just landed a kiss right on stage, right in front of everybody. And from then on, it was on. We got rid of our partners, some of us, I think, more than others, and we proceeded into the relationship.
Mr. White, what do you have to say and why do you think you're here?
Why do I think I'm here? I'm here because I don't like the way she performs her music on stage. I disapprove of it.
Okay.
It's been getting pretty wild lately, and also accusing me of cheating all the time, and she don't think I'm marriage material.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
That's true, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so what's going on?
He has an ex that lives in the house that he lived in. So this is one situation, this is just one situation. I waited in the driveway, and we're supposed to be engaged. So I went to the house. He said he was going to pick up a couple of things, and he was coming right back out, and we were, going to go back to our place. I waited for 2 hours in the driveway.
I tried to talk
called
to
him,
ex.
I texted him, no response whatsoever. I don't know what he was doing in the house, but obviously, I'm telling you, I left, and I broke up with him, and I stayed gone for well over a week.
So let me
I
understand.
was
You're
trying to talk to
saying
my
that.
ex to get her out of the house. By the
Okay,
way.
so
Yes.
I just want to understand this. The two of you live together.
Yes.
You're engaged.
Yes.
But you have another home that you own,
I own another home, yes, ma'am.
and you have an
Your Honor.
ex-girlfriend who lives in that home.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is she a renter? Is she a renter?
I gave her the place to rent.
She pays rent to live there?
Well, she don't pay me rent no more. She pays our landlord. I let her take it over after
Okay.
13 years of being there. Your Honor,
Okay,
so-
got it. So
Yeah.
she took the apartment over.
Yes.
So the lease is now in her name.
It
No.
is.
No, Your Honor.
The
It
lease is
is.
in your
She
name?
talked to my landlord already. This is what she don't understand. I was trying to get my ex out of there so me and her continue our life.
Your Honor, it's his house. It's still his house.
Okay. So
He's still
That's
paying
not
bills
true.
there.
No, that's not true
I
at
know
all.
this for a fact, Your Honor, because I see his bank account.
So you go over
She has
one
no access
day
to my bank
and
account.
he's in the house for 2 hours
Yes,
and you
sir.
sit in the car?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why are you sitting in the car for 2 hours? What's going on?
I'm not cheating with my ex at all. We get separated for a reason. Me and Leticia got together for a reason.
Okay.
We love each other, and
Okay.
everything was great.
2 hours,
Great.
Your Honor.
But it's 2
So-
hours. I was trying to discuss to my ex that I didn't want, I was trying to be nice. I didn't want to kick her out. Told her that I was going with somebody else, and me and Leticia were gonna keep on going. I was trying to be do it in a timely manner.
Mr. White, maybe you
I'm
should
not
have...
cheating, Your Honor.
I
it
didn't
wasn't
ask
cheating
you.
at all.
You were jumping to answer
was
that
trying to
question.
get
That is not my question.
I understand.
That is not my question. I simply want to understand the facts. So for 2 hours, because that's a long time to have your girlfriend sitting out in the car.
I was also trying to get some stuff together
May I
and see if she was
please
going to take
finish my statement?
Yes, Your Honor, sorry.
That's a long time to have your girlfriend sitting in a car. It's a long time for you to wait in the car
Yes, ma'am.
while you're in the house having a conversation with your ex. Did you introduce Miss Riddle at that time?
That was not going to be possible.
But she's there
She was my
outside
ex.
in the car?
She was my ex. She already knows Miss Riddle.
Well, if she already knows her, why don't you just bring her in and have her a part of that conversation, and maybe perhaps then she would know you were really serious?
They didn't get along at all. I was trying to keep the peace, and it's just not have no fights, no arguments, and I wanted me and Leticia to be able to take off.
Then
and
she
be at
should
peace.
not have been waiting in that car for 2 hours, because you never know what could pop off in that scenario. So that happens. That's just bizarre to me that
I
you
think I
would
knew
be
it
in the
popped
car
off,
for
Your
2
Honor.
hours.
I mean, I don't think he was
So you
gone for a long
left. You
time.
left after 2 hours. What made you wait so long?
I honestly thought that he was getting stuff out. And, I was amusing myself. I was listening to music. I had some things that I was working on the phone, but, the calls and the texts, I didn't want to knock on the door. The ex used to go to my shows when they were together. She absolutely knows my singing shows.
Oh, okay.
She knows who I am.
Okay.
We probably wouldn't even be able to shake hands.
Okay.
It's that type of situation. So I couldn't knock on the door.
Okay.
It was just not, that wasn't a thing. I waited too long, and I was so enraged by the time that I left, I just quit. I broke up with him, and I quit. I was done.
No,
But you-
we
what was-
continued her music career.
What?
Well, every time I'd go see her at a music career, I booked all of her shows. I got her all of her stuff. I was her booking manager and her manager, and that's when we became boyfriend and girlfriends from that bar, just like she said.
Okay, so you were her manager before you were her boyfriend?
Yes, Your Honor.
yes.
Okay, now understand. When did things take a turn for the worse, though?
All she did is flirt with women, men, buy her drinks, all that stuff. She'd get too close to them.
What happened? Were you being inappropriate with some of the patrons?
I am friendly to everybody.
What do you call phone numbers? Phone numbers ain't like,
Yes,
that's not friendly.
yes. I will absolutely take a phone number from a man or a woman. I don't care what it is.
Tell me about your career, because you said that this has become a big part of your relationship. He started managing you, but then you started having some issues. Tell me about that.
Your Honor, I started singing about the age of 16. I was on The Voice in 2018.
Okay.
I went 3 rounds at The Voice, thousands and thousands and thousands of people. It was a great accomplishment for me. It was an absolutely wonderful environment. There were people lined up everywhere. It was thousands of people.
But, Your Honor, that's not the whole reason.
I would like
the
to
music
finish.
career
I would
was-
like to finish hearing her experience about The Voice, sir.
I understand.
I'll let you respond afterwards, because this is Juan's favorite show, so he's going to want your autograph after we're done.
And a
But
picture.
No bias. Go ahead,
But
man.
I did get to go.
That is a great accomplishment. Congratulations
Thank
on
you
your
very much.
career.
But I did get to go 3 rounds. It was an absolutely wonderful experience.
Well, that's great. So what happened? So you've had this music career that's been amazing, has been successful. The two of you start working together.
Yes.
What happens?
He actually booked all of my shows. Even during COVID, we were in 38 different states. He would go out. He was so sweet. He would find something that was open, because I missed it so bad. It's a part of my life. And he would find a place that was open, even if it was a restaurant, during COVID, that would let me come in and actually perform. And he would book it, and he would take me there.
So he was a good manager.
Yes, he's my manager. And I mean, that part he did. He did a wonderful job. And it was so neat, some of his, he would surprise me and say, look, you're going on in Alabama, this afternoon, we have to leave. He did a good job on
That's
that. I'll
awesome.
give him that one.
When did things take a turn for the worse, though?
That's when she started. When I
She was
started getting her
asking me-
going. Well, I started getting her going, and all she did is flirt with women, men, buy her drinks, all that stuff. She'd get too close to them.
Your Honor.
Eventually, it all just started taking a really big fall right then and there.
What exactly would you see her doing?
Well, I'd hear from friends about her flirting and doing all that stuff, and even when I went there, she'd start drinking excessively, and she'd start singing
Your Honor,
a little bit
he
louder and
drinks
a little bit
excessively.
closer to everybody else, and then rubbing on other men. I'm like, you know.
And you had a conversation with her about this?
We talked. We did talk,
Your Honor,
but she
he
never
creates
believes
arguments
it.
at my show.
Because she'd be drinking at the time, and then she'd get, you know, loud and crazy and just be like, I'm not flirting with nobody, it's my job.
Your Honor,
and blah,
he's
blah.
drunk before he
So-
gets to my show.
So, Miss Riddle, that became an issue between the two of you because you started working together, but you also started dating.
Right.
What happened? Were you being inappropriate with some of the patrons?
No, Your Honor, I am friendly to everybody. You know, some people
A little too
misconstrue
friendly.
that. Some people misconstrue that as, you know, I'm not a touchy-feely person. I've never been that way. I will give out hugs. You know what I'm saying? If I know them, if I've ever even talked to them, I'll give somebody a hug. But I'm not going to grab their hind
What do
end
you
or
call numbers?
whatever.
What do you call phone numbers? Phone numbers ain't like,
Yes,
that's not friendly.
yes. Phone numbers are a part
That's
of
not
a
booking
music
nobody.
career.
Hold on,
How's your
hold on.
booking manager?
If
gotta let him talk.
you've got, Your Honor, if you've ever been in any kind of show business, if somebody has a lead for you, the phone numbers I would give to Jay.
That was
but
my
if they've
job.
got a show that they want me to do, or especially I do private parties as well, I will absolutely take a phone number from a man or a woman. I don't care what it is. I actually got evidence, Your Honor, of a photo of him licking a woman's nipples. It was on social media.
Yeah, we were drinking some beers. And what happens at the drags, I mean, everybody knows. You know, most people do.
Let me see your evidence, the photo. Whoa. That's pretty graphic. If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Miss the show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content.
Your Honor,
that
he
was-
can't separate manager from a fiance. That's the problem.
Well, let me tell you, that's why a lot of people choose not to work together.
I understand
And keep the industry, the entertainment part, the work separate from the relationship, because sometimes it works for people, sometimes it doesn't.
Well, Your Honor, I have found a photo. You know, my career, you know, social media is a lot of your career as well. It also, it's a part of who you are. You know, being engaged to Jay is also, his social media affects me as well. We have pictures on social media.
That's where you start telling us
I've actually got evidence, Your Honor, of a photo of him licking a woman's nipples. It was on social media, and I have that evidence for you right now.
Mr. White, is that true?
Your Honor, we
It's
separated
evidence.
for several weeks that time.
Okay.
We weren't separated, Your
For a
Honor.
couple weeks. We were. I went with some friends with that. I ride bikes, you know, because I ride bikes with them. We went to the drags.
Okay.
And at that time, yeah, we were drinking some beers. And what happens at the drags, I mean, everybody knows. You know, most people do. I mean, everybody gets crazy and weird. And I was not licking nobody's nipple.
Let me see your evidence, the photo. Whoa.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's pretty graphic.
Yes, Your Honor.
We can't show this. On the show, I'd have to hold myself in contempt if I did. Who shared the photo on their social media?
He shared it on his social media.
You shared the photo on your social media?
That and also some other ones. I mean, social media is Facebook, you know.
So you know what? If he shared it on
I'm
his
not the
social
one that
media,
shared it. My friend shared it, and it came on my page, and she didn't understand that. And I tried to
Your-
explain that to her
Your
several
did you
times.
hold on a second? Did you leave the photo up or did you take it down?
Well, I don't get on Facebook very often unless it's one of her shows. But I didn't know they put it on there for a while. And then when I did take it down.
Okay.
This
Okay.
is
Because I was
a lie,
about to
Your
say,
Honor.
if you posted it, then I would think that the two of you were
Right.
on a break. Because if he's posting that, if you weren't on a break, you would be.
Right. Oh, yes, Your Honor, I threw my rings away. I threw them out. Gone.
You were engaged at this time?
Oh, yeah,
Well,
we
yeah.
were engaged. A $3,000 wedding set went out the window, too. that is bad. And
Now,
I
wait
was
a
with
minute,
him,
wait a
or
minute,
I
Miss
wouldn't have been,
Riddle.
I wouldn't have been that
No,
mad.
I don't.
This photo happens, it appears, one of your friends posted on social media. That's why I say about social media, it's a blessing and it's a curse.
Your Honor, I don't lick
Depending
other
on what
people
day
at
it
my
is.
That's why we
shows.
don't
I
have it
don't
no
lick
more.
other people at my shows. I don't expect him to lick other people and put it on social media.
You said that one of the issues, one of the reasons why you really came to divorce court today is because of his closeness with his ex. Tell me about that.
Yes, his truck actually, he does drive a semi, and his truck actually broke down in Indiana, and he called and called and called, and he's like, come up here, you know, baby, let's just have a couple of date nights, and you can stay in the hotel with me. It's gonna be, you know, a little bit to fix the truck, and we'll go swimming and all that. So I go up to spend the time, I drive all those hours to go up and spend time with him. And this phone is dinging and dinging and dinging and dinging. It's like
Your
the
Honor,
whole
wasn't
time.
cheating. You know I was on.
I didn't even say you were cheating yet.
What happened?
Well, he was talking to other women on the
I was
phone.
on the phone with Tech.
I know he was on the phone with
truck
other
broke down.
women.
You know that. I
How
told
do you know
about
that?
I'm pretty sure he was on the phone with us. I
No,
know
I was
him.
on the phone
Okay,
with
so
Tech.
you don't know.
I know he was talking to us.
My truck broke down.
And Your Honor, it got so bad. This was going on in the middle of the night. As far as I know, most truck things, they're 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. We're talking 11, 12, 1 o'clock at night.
Me and her
phone
were stuck
dinging.
in Maine
I
for
don't think he was
3
working
days.
on his
So,
truck.
so you're saying he invited you up
Yes.
only to be texting other women all day and all night,
Yes, Your
according to you?
Why would I do that when I was with her?
And
she
you,
knows it.
at some point, you took your ex on the road with you?
Yes, Your Honor, I did. We were separated for a couple weeks, 3 weeks that day.
This was another separation.
Yes, there was another separation.
And you took your
Your
ex
Honor,
on the
trust
road.
problems.
He hired his ex and went on the road and trained her supposedly for 3 months. We're talking about 2 people stuck in a semi-truck, and he was the one that pushed her to get her CDLs.
I needed someone I could
And
trust
I
to be
know
out
this.
there.
I found the emails.
You needed what?
I need someone I can trust to be out there. She needed
Yeah, I
training.
bet he did.
She needed training out there. Me and her would never have anything. She got her CDL. I took her out there. She needed a job.
Yeah, he needs to
and
choose
I
me
took
or
her
his
out there and
ex, Your
showed her.
Honor.
Okay, so you've given your ex not only a place to live,
Yeah.
but now you
Well,
have
she needed
hired
a job
her.
to get out of my house.
Your
And you
Honor,
trained her.
I
Is
need
she
him
out?
to choose between me
Yeah.
or his ex.
Hold on one
She wasn't
second.
working at the time. She just got her CDL.
So she's out now. Okay.
No, she's not out
No,
now.
she's not, Your Honor. I want him to either choose me or go back to his ex. You can't have your cake and eat it too. And that's what he's trying to do, Your Honor. I feel like that's honestly what he's trying to do.
Why don't you just set some more boundaries? You don't have a child with this ex, so
No.
really
No, Your
and
Honor.
truly, there's no reason to be that connected to someone from your past. And I'm not saying people can't be friends with their exes, but this is really crossing certain boundaries that makes Miss Riddle uncomfortable. And I know you say that she crosses certain boundaries that makes you uncomfortable. So the discussion that the two of you really need to have is about the boundaries that you agree on. You've got to make a change, sir, in this living situation in order for this relationship to move forward according to Ms. Riddle. Are you prepared to do that?
Yes.
Okay. And Ms. Riddle, I don't know what's going on your shows. I haven't seen any evidence of you licking anybody's body parts.
I just don't do that at my shows, Your Honor.
Only of you singing, but the two of you have a discussion about, because I know you're in entertainment, you entertain, you connect with the audience, you work the room, all of those things. You're a manager, you know these things.
Yes, Your Honor. My customers usually aren't naked.
I understand that. But have a discussion about the boundaries. You've got to open up the lines of communication, be open and honest with each other about what makes you comfortable in this relationship before you move ahead in marriage, and then establish some appropriate boundaries, sir, with the women from your past who've been in your life, so that the woman who's in your life now knows that she's the #1 priority. Good luck to both of you.
What she said, I loved everything that she had to say. I do feel like that we have a lot of things that we need to work on. I do feel like that, I need to set some boundaries that he's gonna have to absolutely abide by. I do think that we might even have, a chance in this and to just go forward. I think that we both learned valuable lessons today.
Well, I think I'm gonna stand up and be a better man and give her more trust in our relationship, try to move forward. And I think showing is more than just telling her what I'm gonna do. And I think the judge gave us really good information today. And we got a lot out of it. And I just wanna stand up and be that man that she deserves.